Hello everybody, welcome to Nations Travels. Today we're here in Cave Springs, Georgia. We thought we'd take a look around. From what we know of the place, there is a cave in this area, which is the namesake of Cave Springs. And there's a pretty good sized spring that comes out of it that people still drink from today. And it's a cute little town, got a lot of antique shops, got some motorcycles, as you can hear. But anyway, we thought we'd take a look around today, and we'd like for you to join us. And in case I didn't mention it, my name's Terry.
And I'm Melissa.
And this is Melissa.
Thanks for watching. We hope you have a good day.
We started out here at the Cave Spring Welcome Center and Museum. They got a lot of old pictures and artifacts in there that from the area. And this is really a nice little town. There's a lot of older picturesque homes here that was really nice to look at. We went in this general store right over here, and it had a lot of antiques inside, and has some old fans in there that I'm interested in, but I enjoyed walking through there. It brings back a lot of memories seeing some of the old stuff inside there. The town isn't that large of a town really. It's kind of quaint. They have a donut shop that's closed as we're here in the evenings. But if you enjoy antiquing or anything, this seems to be a really nice place to come. It has a really small town feel to it. They built a little gazebo here on the square, which is nice. We got an ice cream shop. There's coffee. Here's a fudge shop. I'm sure my wife will be wanting to go in there soon. Who knows, she may be in there now because I've lost track of her for the time being. There's a lot of older homes in this area that I enjoy seeing, some of these older architecture style houses. Here's a local pharmacy, and they've got it all decorated up with flowers in the window. And this is Lindy Marie's Steakhouse, and I don't know very much about it. I've never eaten in there before. There's a front shot of the building. And according to their sign here, Cave Springs was established in 1832. So that means they're getting pretty close to coming up on their 200-year anniversary. So that's a long time. And there's a nice little park area right here. They've got well landscaped, it looks like. Here's a place called Evergreen on Broad. And antiques on the square. Looks like they have some pottery items and stuff. Of course, I'm sure they have antiques inside. This is the Van Cherokee cabin. And they told us at the Welcome Center there was actually a hotel here, and they had planned on moving the hotel as it was getting old, and for whatever reason they were going to move it out. And then as they started the process, they discovered that inside the walls of the hotel was actually this log cabin. And when they discovered that, they tore everything that was a hotel away to reveal this cabin, and they decided they would restore this and leave this here. So I'm really glad that they did that. Yes, that's true. At the Welcome Center, they also told us, or they showed us, and I read it, where these cabins were located about 25 miles apart, which they said back in the day by horse was like a day's travel, so that they could travel around and they would have some place to stay whenever they moved from place to place. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Here at the city park, there are some historic buildings sitting here, and the springs are right behind this old Baptist church. It says it was built around 1851, and now it looks like they use it as a wedding venue. I don't know if they still have church here or not, but this is really a pretty area. You're within walking distance of the actual town, but when we got over here in the park with all the trees, it did get a lot cooler. So it's a nice little area down here. They got a little rock bridge here that goes over the stream, leading over to the cave entrance. They have a no fishing sign here at the beginning of the stream that's created by the springs, and the reason for that sign is there are trout everywhere. I don't know if my camera is picking them up, but I mean there are hundreds of trout right here in the water at the beginning of the stream, and it's really neat to look at. And of course they got a lot of geese out here. Yeah, there are hundreds and hundreds of trout right here. You could probably just reach in and pick one up with your hand if you wanted to. That's for drinking water. And this is where the stream comes out of the cave.
Right here.
Okay. And I guess that's the entrance to the cave. Well, this is the entrance into the cave.
No, it's just a lot of slippery rocks and stuff.
And they ran power lines in here. So they do have lights if you come down here. It's just nice and cool in this cave. It feels really good in here. Well, there's a lot of little hiding places in here. I bet bears loved this place years ago before they closed it off. Yeah, I haven't been in very many caves, but this is pretty neat in here. Here it opens up into a big room. Wow. There's actually water dripping from the ceiling at a few places. So I guess up on the mountain there's still some water flowing somewhere. Now the springs in this cave are down here. They have created a wall and they put a door here. And I guess that's to keep people out of the springs because they actually use the water in this county. I think they sell some to the neighboring counties and into Alabama. But they did put a door up with a window where you can see in here. But now they've, I don't know if you can see through this window or not with this camera, but, and the window's pretty dirty too. But you can see water bubbling up down there. When we came in, the guy told us that it produces about 3 million gallons a day. And this is a huge cavern we're in. I think this is really cool. And this has been here a long time. If you look up toward the ceiling in this area here in the cavern, you can see a light. And from where I'm standing, I can see out through the light and I can see the leaves of trees. I was told that this is the original opening. If you came down into the cave, you had to come through that opening up on top of the hill. And they said they created the other opening inside the mountain to make it accessible to the public. And I'm glad that they did that. There are a lot of little nooks and crannies in this. And I've got to watch my step here because the ground is wet. But you can see people have got in here with chalk or marker and left their mark in here. But that's amazing to me. And these steps that I'm going up here now, they're not made. They look like they actually chiseled them out of the rock here. And I don't even know where I'm going to up here. Well, I made it to the top of the steps. And this is the end of the line as far as you can go up here on top. But you can tell I'm a little winded too. But this is really neat. I'm glad they have this open to the public.
Okay. Didn't I do good coming inside the cave?
You did do good. I'm very proud of you.
We're echoing. Just because I know that there's a sky over there. Because I'm good, but I can't wait to see what you saw when you went on it.
Well, there wasn't a lot, but it was neat climbing up to the top of the cavern.
Point it. Are you going to go to that hole? I may never see you again.
Well, let me walk over there and see. See the abyss. I think it's neat that they let you explore in this cave. I do have to duck down pretty low in here. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I need it. From here on out, it's just dark. I don't know what's on back in there, so this is the end of the line for me. I'm not going any farther.
You hit your head? Hey, wave at me. I can't believe I'm still breathing while I'm standing in this cave. I'm trying not to think about my whole body is shaking. You'd ruin the water. Okay. Cave Springs water, right straight from the springs. Terry, is it good and cold?
It's cool.
I know it's cold.
There is a trail right here that leads up to the top of the mountain here, and they have a reservoir up top for the springs, but we're not going
Hey, honey.
to.
Do you enjoy your trip in the cave?
I did. It was very interesting. I enjoyed doing it. And if I ever come back over this way, I'll probably go in there again. But next time, I'll be better prepared.
We should have brought a picnic.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm happy to say my shoes are still white. Yay!
The water of the stream, it enters from several different locations. Here's another little stream coming in underneath the path. This is another area where the water's coming out of the mountain and feeding into the stream down here.
So peaceful.
And yeah, it is really peaceful. As you can see, it really is coming up out of the mountain here.
Can you zoom into that hole?
And
Look at that hole.
yeah, I can zoom in there. And they got a bench here, and it's really shaded, so this would be a nice little pleasant place to sit. If you had a book, you can sit here and read your book.
And just sit and think.
That's right, or pray. They have pavilions, and they've got a little park area. This is the city swimming pool, and it is fed by the spring that's coming out of the cave right back there.
Like, is there snakes in it?
I don't think there'll be any snakes as cold as it is, but you know, they also say that this pool is made in the shape of the state of Georgia. They said if you could look at it from overhead.
South Georgia, 3 feet, 4 to 6, up to 14 feet.
Yeah, this seems to be a really nice park over here at Cave Springs. People are out enjoying it today. Yeah, he is big. And as you can see, people are even sitting in the creek with their chairs, enjoying the cool water. And here comes a couple down on floats. So this is just a real enjoyable place over here. This is the Hearn Inn. I don't know what it's being used as now, but it looks like it's being kept up pretty well. But it's obviously an older building. Sign on the porch says Hearn Academy Inn, 1839. So it is pretty old. And again, I don't know what it's being used for at this time. Well, from what I read in the Historic Cave Springs brochure, it is still an inn, and it has 8 bedrooms. And it only has 4 bathrooms though, so I guess you have to share with somebody, but I think it's really interesting. And I don't know what this old building down here is. It could have been an old smokehouse or barn or something. This is actually an early 1800 log cabin, it says, and it was moved from Montgomery Farm in Vans Valley and donated to this park. So anyway, it's pretty neat that they preserved this, even though they did move it. It's still preserved. So I always like seeing things being taken care of, so we have some of our history. I found out what this building was. It is the Hearn Academy. I think it was a school, late 1800s, early 1900s. And the Hearn Inn across the way that I showed a moment ago was actually lodging for the students who went to this school.
Thank you for joining us today as we toured Cave Springs. We went by the springs, we tasted the water. Yes I did, I went into the cave. Didn't go up as high as he did, but yeah, it was very cool on this hot, humid day. This park is so nice, people are so friendly. Those fish in that spring is so neat. I don't even fish in it, I just wanted to reach out and grab one. Anyway, did you enjoy your day, hon?
I did enjoy my day very much.
Anything else you'd like to add? You're so
No,
brave going up in the cave.
Just that I enjoyed it, and next time I'm going to be a little bit more prepared with a good heavy-duty flashlight, because I'm really wanting to go down through some of those
And we need
tunnels.
shoes with grip, so you
Yeah.
won't slip, slide down, and we'll probably take the trail, because I really would like to come back and go swimming in the pool, because it felt wonderful.
Yeah.
So, and the lady was so friendly to let us go inside and feel the water and film a little.
Yes, she was. That was
Very
very
nice.
nice of her.
Everyone has been nice. And for the guys at the cave, we enjoyed
They
we
were
enjoyed
very
all the
informative.
info that you gave us and the comedy. Really enjoyed it. Hope we get back to see you sometime too.
Yeah, I wish we had got more of it on camera, but they told us stories about when they were growing up around this area.
When they
and
had to go through the cave from the upper
on the top.
and climb. There is a devil's stool or devil's chair. They said if you made it to it back then, you did something. And you can climb up there. You climbed up there, but he wasn't aware where he was.
Yeah, which they've carved in stairs now, but back in the day they said they just had to kind of scale the wall. And once they got up there, since it was damp, a lot of times if it was a wet season, they could just kind of slide down
It was
the
very
wall.
muddy,
So
though, and drippy, as you may see on the videos. Every place that dropped, it dripped on me. Scared me to death. Just glad there was no earthquakes today, and I didn't have to be buried in Cave Spring, in the cave.
yeah,
Aren't you glad about that?
I am glad.
Even though it's trying to rain on us, it's still a beautiful day, and I still enjoyed myself. Didn't know that this was here till the Good Hubs found it.
Yeah, made a good choice, didn't I?
You made a good choice. We'll be back.
Well, I hope y'all enjoy watching the video with us, and if you would like to, we'd really love it if you subscribe and give us a thumbs up.
We'd greatly appreciate it, but only if you want to.
Yeah, but until next time, we'll see you guys.
Let's live life together.
That's right. Bye.